Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with my side baby daddy. Smile for the people, smile for the camera. I look dark.
Yours look good. Mine look light.
I mean, I do have a high definition camera someone purchased for me. One of the busy bees. You earn your spot over here. I guess I'll keep it. Now you look pink.
Now?
Yeah, you like a piece of pepperoni. You like the honeycomb, man. All right, y'all. So we are about to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. We're about to be reasonably shady today. What is it? Season 6, episode 12. Down to the construction zone. At least at this point, it wasn't dirt and grass. Okay. Was there a trespassing sign? There should have been one. So y'all make sure y'all got y'all champagne flutes. Put your bees in the chat for yourselves. I'm sorry it took us a minute to get on here. We were having a very in-depth conversation. And we needed to really get that out. We had some tears behind the scenes, so excuse us. We're just gonna pour, some glasses. We just had a heart to heart. He tried to have it after the show. And he was like, "Can we talk about something after this?" No, we're gonna talk about it now. And then we just got really emotional. So yeah, excuse us as we have a cocktail and then try to lift up our spirits because God blocked it. And it's already written. And let's just hope he was happy that day when he wrote our stories. So what did you think about this episode overall?
I thought this was a good episode.
Did you really?
I did.
Action-packed. It was extra 15 minutes.
It was very action-packed. I didn't get to watch what happens live though.
Robin was on it, and then some other lady. They said, I'm almost certain she was white. I thought that I thought it was a good episode. It's the melodrama, the fights that we needed. It was a little too talky over each othery, that I'm not liking, but I thought it was a good episode. Overall, I thought it was a good episode.
I did too.
I thought the production did their job. I think the cast did their job. A scholar came to work.
Production was on it this week.
Yes, they did their job. Who else did their job? I think that was everybody who did their job. Is that everybody who did their job? I think so. I think that was everybody who did their job this week. So let's get into the episode. We got Giselle down to the construction site. She is getting ready.
You didn't be sending you that picture?
No, I don't need any photos. Okay. I don't need any photos. She's getting ready for her party, and she's having additions onto the additions of the house. I don't know. I can see. Let me see if there's a photo of it online, because there has to be.
I can send you the picture.
I don't need that. I don't need that. She's getting excited because her and Robin have the Reasonably Shady podcast, and they are excited about it. Have you listened to the Reasonably Shady podcast?
No, I have not.
Have you listened to it? Do you like podcasts?
I have a podcast. So I definitely listen to podcasts.
You can have a podcast and not like podcasts.
That's why I started the podcast, because I listen to podcasts.
Oh, okay. Sure. You could have just said yes. Like, that's all I was. Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Anyway, let me see if I can find I can't find a picture of the house, but I think it's gonna look like. I don't want that. Thank you so much. I think it's gonna look like something once it's done. She has everybody coming over to her home. Well, because if you have to think about it, they can't go to Robin's house. Where are you going to see it? So you got to go to Robin's or Giselle's if we're going to host this event. So you got to go to Giselle's. It just so happens Giselle's home, you can't live inside it. Okay, you can only stay outside the house. How you gonna get mad at her? You can't even get in. So she's inviting everyone over to her home, to the Reasonably Shady podcast outdoor barbecue driveway extravaganza.
Do
Okay.
they have barbecue?
I don't know what was the deal. I saw that tacky red carpet that led to it started at nowhere and led to nowhere.
A scholar started serving food. I was confused.
Yes, you know you're wrong. She says that she's excited to invite everyone into her home except for 2 people. They may not use the toilet, but I'm sure they can use one of the porta potties because that is a construction zone. After that, you have Karen. You want to talk about Karen and her shadiness?
Go ahead.
Some lady coming up to the door. She's so excited. Oh, that must be the prototype. Oh, the prototype. What is a prototype? Is that what it's supposed to be called? She shows that like a sample. Let me see what's a prototype.
I think it is basically like a sample. It's like what you're gonna get.
Okay, it's the first typical preliminary model of something, especially a machine. Okay. Well, she has a prototype of wax. And she has a white lady come in. She's really excited. She's like, oh, okay, come on in. Oh, Ray, come and help. Y'all, this is elderly abuse, and we need to sit here and call the hotline for elderly abuse because every time there's something heavy to pick up and move and drag, she always got Ray. Ray looked like he could barely get himself up the stairs adequately, and every time she got him picking up Ray, can you come and get the boxes for me, please? And that lady don't look like she was any more than 40. Oh, sorry, 48. 48. Oh, yeah, baby, I got you. I'm coming. This is elderly abuse, and I think that somebody needs to call the government on elderly abuse because this is not right. Y'all let Karen get away with everything. She had that taggy wig at Candace's bubble barbecue. She's sitting here. She doesn't. She filmed her whole thing for Surrey County in Maryland, and now she got her husband.
No, she did not.
And now she has her husband picking up heavy boxes and glasses and stuff like. I don't like it. How do you feel about her abusing her husband?
I don't feel like she abuses her husband. I feel like she asked her husband to help her because she's the woman in the relationship and she needs help carrying boxes.
Yeah, but they both need help carrying the boxes.
Okay, but that's her husband.
He needs a scooter and a life alert. I don't like the way she be treating him.
Well, where is your scooter?
I don't need one. Okay, I don't park a handicap. I don't park a handicap. Okay, somebody said that to me. So Ladam is going to be a luxury brand. And you know, when you think of luxury, you think of candles. Okay. 3-wick specifically. She was very excited about her 3-wick candle. And she's going to bring these prototypes to the party. Y'all remember when she had her prototype of Ladam fragrance and nobody could touch it? Oh, but now we just passing out candles. They so cheap. Okay. Then she goes on to, I'm really excited about what Wendy has going on. It's her, 1-wick candle, and I have 3-wick over here. And the lady was like, well, isn't she a teacher? Don't that lady be teaching? She is a teacher, but she's trying to venture out into something else. After that, I guess the lady leave. I don't know what happened to the lady. Karen and Ray, they in the backyard, and I guess he had a text message that said, good morning, handsome. Do you think that was a prostitute? A sex worker?
No.
So what was the resolve on the scene?
I don't really know what the resolve was.
Put it in the comments.
I don't know.
Y'all think that person who had text Ray was a sex worker? Now I know I do get text messages that say Saturday night ball free before 12, all bottles 9 o'clock. I also get text messages that say your cell phone bill is due. Okay, in two more days. I also get text messages that say, I get phone calls that say, hey, your warranty is up on your car. I ain't never heard nobody scam me and say, good morning, handsome, and text it to you.
I actually got one today on Instagram that asked, can I be this lady's sugar baby?
And what you say?
I didn't respond to it because what is going on here?
What do you mean? What's going on? I think she laid it out plain and clearly. She wants you to be her sugar baby. I mean, you kind of old to be a sugar baby, but I could be your sugar adult.
Am I?
That's what the girl said.
Girl said that we
So
look like we the same age. That's what I heard on the streets. But that's a story for a different day.
those are Mama Joy streets. Okay, the same streets that Karma was on. I feel like it was a sex worker because he was like, "No, don't say your name. Oh, don't say that. No, don't." Wait. She was like, "I just said, Ray. Well, she doesn't know my name. I didn't tell her my name. What are you? Who are you talking to, Ray? They don't know your name. They don't know where you work. They don't know what's going on with you." Sex worker. Is just give a
It
sex
sounds
worker.
like spam to me. She never responded back.
Sex worker. Sex worker. It was a sex worker. It was a sex worker. Somebody said it was probably Gizzard Neck. I don't think she wants Ray.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I know the ding dong at her house doesn't work.
I mean, they did disguise themselves as a pizza man and drop off pizza, so that's not too far fetched.
Ashley did.
No, Giselle and Robin drove her over to do that.
Giselle stayed in the car.
What?
Giselle stayed in the car.
They all picked up Ashley to do it.
Thank you, Paige. Didn't he look nervous? No, don't say your name. I didn't tell her that. Oh, you don't. Like, what is going on here, Ray? Who is that lady? Okay, that's what I want to know. And the way that they just ended it, you got to be very confident in your relationship because she's like, just don't have them calling you, and that's it.
I mean, after 25 years, shouldn't she be?
I mean, I don't know. She was with Blue Eyes, so he did get a private investigator on her. So after that, we get to Candace and her mother. They're having coffee, and they're talking about how they've been able to pick out a lot of stuff for her home. You know, her mother's like, I've done so much stuff now that I've been here, right, Candace, right? And she says that, okay, well, word on the curb was that Mia was coming around asking questions, and Dorothy, she's like, I can't remember, girl. There was so much going on. I'm not sure who asked what I said back, because you would be incriminating yourself, lady. But she said, basically the girl, Mia, was asking her questions about, is Chris getting paid? What's going on with that? And Candace said, look, I don't like the fact that she's asking those questions. It's none of her business. And how about you mind your business with your big old feet and your big old hands? Okay. So she said, don't ask if my man gets paid. Don't ask what's happening. Don't ask if he's a manager, supporter, nothing. Chris comes in the house just in time. And he said, you don't pay my bills and you don't pay my bills. And none of y'all pay my bills. And where's my drink? And I don't like what's going on here. And nobody's written a check for me. And that's that on that. And Dorothy said, well, this is her chance to ease in. Well, I'm just saying the optics of it. Don't you think it would be better if you were just supportive husband? I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I'm just saying it doesn't look good if. Okay, thank you very much. When you going home, Dorothy, and take that cardboard cutout with you. After that, you get to Mia. You want to talk about Mia's scene?
With her mom?
Was she with her mother?
Is that the one that was next?
Mm-hmm. They had the ice cream place.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little awkward.
Was it?
I don't know if I would want my mother I'm trying to build a relationship with to keep questioning our relationship on national television.
What do you mean?
Because when she said the thing about, because I have it all together and so I don't need you. I don't really understand this on TV. Because I feel like if you're trying to build a relation with her, then maybe this is not the place for this.
What's the place?
In private.
Look, I'm so tired of y'all private hoes ruining reality television. I need to see it. Okay. I felt up and down about this scene because I feel like Mia does all the time, being the oldest. I feel like I don't get the attention that I could get because my mother is always paying more attention or taking care of or coddling my other siblings. Like, I graduated, I left, went to college, and I never went back. I've always got my own place, never needed my mom for anything after that. And I feel like when I'm down and out, or if I need somebody to talk to, she's already dealing with one of the children and one of my siblings that's still living with her. One of them who's, getting kicked out of one of their places. Now they got to come back. The other one who's distraught and need money. And when I'm trying to call, it's just like, good luck.
But I'm the oldest. I don't feel like that with my mom. Like, I mean, my mom is probably like I can call her for anything.
Lucky you.
And so I don't know if that's like a oldest sibling situation.
Well, sorry. I'm the oldest sibling. I'm not sure if it's because I'm the oldest sibling. Well, they say that, the first time parenting, you overdo your first child. And then you just get lax for the rest of them. When I came out the womb, I wanted to sing. And my mom was like, singing does not pay the bills. You're going to college. Now my baby brother's a rapper here and there. Who knows? I don't know if you work, if you don't work. When you talk to him, he says, he's not like this, yo, bro. You don't know what he's saying to you. He's still living in the house. He wants you to pay it. It's totally different. So the rules and regulations that I had to live up under, when I got a C and R, my mama caved my chest in. But now it's just like, well, you did what you can.
My mom spoils me. So.
And now that I'm grown, it's just like, you can handle it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got this $2,000 loan. It's due tomorrow, this ticket. Oh, good luck. I gotta go. I'll call you back. I gotta go help your sister move some stuff. And your brother needs some money, so I'm gonna go take some money out of the bank.
I could see that a little bit more as an adult. Maybe I could see that. I mean, my sister got a whole house from my mom, so
she got a whole house with her
from my mom.
Oh, my sister did too. And mine was nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. If you give it to someone responsible. So I did like this question. Now, how old is her children's? Because he said that he just got money for doing the chores and it was $100. What? Where is this child going that he's spending $100? Toys R Us is closed. You're not spending all that in Walmart's. Target really don't be having the stuff like that. Is he going to the game shop?
Maybe
is
Amazon.
He putting it in the Nintendo Wii? Is he going to Amazon? $100? What do you think he did in that one floor penthouse for $100?
He wasn't buying ice cream for the family. So that's what we do now.
Well, he said he wasn't going to. It's my $100. But what chores do you think he did for $100?
I think he just did the regular chores. I mean, back in the day, $10 was big for us. So I mean, $100 may be a good thing for them now.
And my mom taking off dollars for cleanliness. Oh, sorry,
bathroom. But $100 is like $10 back from when I was growing up. I mean, $100 is like a $10.
No, you lying to an 8-year-old?
It's like $10
to an 8-year-old.
Yeah, it's like $10 now.
That little boy up here, excited about an ice cream cone, and we're giving him $100. That must be weekly.
You think so?
It's chores. How often do you do chores?
Maybe he doesn't do chores weekly. Maybe he doesn't do it weekly.
I don't know. How much did y'all get for chores? My mom gave us $20, and then she'll take our points, and she'll tell you why you're losing dollars. So, but I wasn't getting $100. Our 10-year-old get $50 a month. $50 a month, Shy-Tanda? What? Oh, $50 a month. Okay, that's $10 a week. See?
Yeah, so that's why I said about $10.
He got $100.
But 100 is almost like $10 now.
Where do you live? Somebody said he going to GameStop. He has to be.
You could go to the corner store and get you a bag of chips, a soda.
Still can.
For what?
So it's 25 cents now, maybe 35 depending on where you live.
It is not 25 cents no more.
Maybe 35 depending on where you live.
The can of soda is 50 cents by itself.
You get a quart of water.
Maybe $1.
Get a quart.
Huh?
Get a quart of water.
They still sell those?
Yes.
I haven't seen those in the stores at all.
In the stores? Have you gone to the corner store? You've been to a bodega?
Yeah, I have one down the street from my house right now. I haven't seen those.
They clean inside?
Yes.
See, they ain't got quart of water. If they're not selling pickled eggs and pig feet, then
They
they're not gonna
sell
have
that
court orders.
in the corner store by my house.
Barely. $100. $100 is a bit extreme for their lifestyle. Allows them their lifestyle. He is like 8 years old. I don't know his real age, but he can't be more than 9. What lifestyle?
I think that that's normal for this age group because it's $10 was more expensive. I mean, it covered a lot more than what it would now.
You need to learn to save.
Maybe he did save. That's why he didn't buy them ice cream.
No, you need to learn to save. So we give you $20 now. Keep saving it up till you get $100 for that thing you want.
But he didn't waste his money because she wanted him to buy everybody ice cream and he didn't want to. So he saved it.
Because he's stingy. He said, look, I already cleaned up after y'all hoes and we got it made. So she was saying she kind of was frustrated with her mother because she was saying that, she feels as if she always makes time for her other sister and not really realizing or recognizing that, girl, we cohabitate and we do this thing together. It's not that I don't have time for you. I have to check her schedule like she got to check my schedule so that we can see if we can do this. And Mia's just like, well, she doesn't really like that. And she's trying, I guess this is where she becomes to feel like you're prioritizing her after me, because Mia said, look, when I had my baby and wanted you to move with me, you said no.
Well, she's expressed already that she feels like the mother has a better relationship with the sister than her.
Why did mama say no?
Well, what she said this week was that she had all her stuff together and the sister don't.
So then you should just come with me. We can get you definitely a better wig ponytail than that, girl. That clip up ponytail has got to go.
She feel like that the mother didn't feel like she needed her help.
She needed somebody who needed her. She still needed to take care and mother someone.
Which was the sister.
Why they didn't bring the other kids? Was the other kids there?
Wasn't it? I think so.
Nah, Mia, you know you wrong. You ain't bring your nieces and nephews?
Well, it was her kids' time to have their grandmother. Clearly, the kids knew her.
They could see
they ran up to her. They were with her and everything, like they missed her. So they've clearly been around her before.
They could see their cousins too, though.
But why, if she's trying to build up her own personal relationship with her?
Barely. Then why the kids here? And why is my husband here? And I don't know if she's trying to build anything. She attacked her like
they don't have a relationship with her like that.
I don't like it. And Mia, stop attacking your mama down to this TV show. You already let her tell us about drugs, going to jail, getting addicted to stuff, almost trying to commit suicide. Then you told her about being codependent on her sister, getting out of jail. Stop running your mother down on this TV show. Tell us your business. Okay, and then tell it straight the first time. Did you prostitute? Was there a hole, like Ashley said, a slit in the middle of your dress? Where you like, tell us those things. You tell her all your mama business. Tell us how you got with that man. Tell us what
told us how she got with the man. He picked her up from the club
where they serve lobster and steak. We're sure. We are sure. So after that, you get to Wendy and Karen. Mm-hmm. Wendy, she's excited to talk to Karen. Who was that white man who opened up the door for Karen? Was that her driver?
Was that Blue Eyes?
Ray. So she gets out. She's excited to talk to Wendy. And Wendy's excited to talk to her. She's like, "Oh my God, I just got a chance to talk to Eddie about my business plan." And she's like, "Well, how did it go?" And she said, "Not so good." Okay. He was not down with it. And here goes Karen. Karen is fake and phony. Wait, first of all, how did you feel about this scene before I had to drag this old lady?
I don't feel like Karen is fake and phony.
Okay, go ahead. Tell your feelings before I get into it.
I feel like she was telling her what she had going on, what she was doing.
Is that what she was doing?
We already saw that Karen does a discovery phase. She actually plans out her things. We know that Wendy's not doing this. This is why Wendy is having issues with these candles so far. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like Karen said nothing wrong.
Okay.
I think she gave her the advice she should give her.
What did she give her?
She asked her about the thing with Eddie, the conversation.
That's a question.
If Eddie wasn't feeling it, then why would Karen be feeling it?
So she didn't give her any advice.
Listen to Eddie.
Anyway, Karen came over here, shady AF. Okay, first she's like, "Where's the food? I thought do you cook? Do you not cook? What am I supposed to be eating?" Then she says, I'm really excited about this. This is your time, to really come into your own. We're all selling things here. I have my cannabis, and I'm glad you're venturing. This is your moment. This is your moment, and it's all yours. It's not my candle. My candle has 3 weeks, and yours has 1 week. But we can coexist in this, sisterhood. And this, it's almost like she's trying to make her feel comfortable that she is taking her idea. And I didn't like that. That's why Wendy was looking at her like, yeah, right. And this is your moment. We're two women really doing it. Yes, we're out here. We're selling them. Why? There's enough room in the industry for all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Is that not true?
No, it is true. Well, I just want Karen to understand that she's nobody's big sister. She's nobody to look up to because she cannot comfort and bring you to where you need to be. She does not help. She don't like to give out any information. She don't let this lady drag on, still trying to figure out how to write a proposal to her husband while she got a whole candle, a whole box of candles ready for the party. You're not helping these ladies. This is not a sistership. This is not a sisterhood. And don't make it seem like you're, I just want really to bring the girls together and show them, bring them up and let us. No, you're fake and phony. You're keeping things close to your chest.
She gave her good advice. She gave her advice about it when she asked about the first time. The advice that she gave her weeks ago was she needs to come up with these plans. And then Eddie said the same thing that she said.
Karen don't got nothing new.
I mean, her husband is helping her, and she still hasn't figured it out. So why does Karen need to go farther than Eddie?
I don't think she was going farther or slow. Who's your manufacturer? Who you're going through? What's going on? Just like Giselle was asking her, who's your manufacturer? When are you going to? I'm in business. Are you in business? I'm in business. Okay.
And she didn't tell her.
Because that's what y'all need to see Karen for who she is. A low
But
down
she
monkey
didn't tell
with a blonde.
Who still has the business? Giselle or Karen?
I think Karen still has Ladam. I think it's sold in all geriatric
Macy's
places.
is sold in I can't think of the name of it now.
Right. Basically all the entrances into the mall. The stores that you just go through so you can get to
But while you're going to them, they're purchasing.
While you're walking through, you're not seeing anything about Ladam or anything else. You can get it at the Perfume Hut. $39.99 big bottle, 2 for 1. You can get Zoop too. So then the scholar arrives, and the scholar said
Nordstrom's.
Another entrance into the mall. Bloomingdale's, another entrance into the mall. So yes, another JCPenney's, another entrance into the mall.
I didn't hear her say JCPenney's.
Into the mall.
I didn't hear JCPenney's. But those are also places where people who actually want to purchase things at. So where her items are at, I mean, she's doing a good job if they put her items in those stores.
I mean, that's what it's a department store, so it's not too difficult.
I mean, would you rather
Blue, where can you find every hue? The company was liquidated, okay?
Was it?
They won't sell every hue down to the dollar store. No one wants that. The company was they can't because the company was liquidated. What y'all want her to do? Nothing she could do. I want a 3-wick candle and go get a good one. You can get one from Bath and Body Works. They have really good ones. I don't even know. What do you think Karen's candles smell like? What do you think Karen smells
like? When they opened it up at the event, Chanel. Everybody said it smelled good.
Yeah, I don't know what episode you was watching. So a scholar arrives, and the scholar said, "You didn't tell me that you live all the way out here at the edge of Maryland." She was really talking down to her. And Wendy said, "I'm so glad you guys are here. Look, I've gotten involved with a charity, and it's we're going to be putting some pull string bags together to give out bags to the teachers or to the students." One of the people, she goes to these picnic table, these card tables in the kitchen, and she got 5 stacks of college rule paper.
Now this
5 stacks of wide rule paper. 6 boxes of pencils. A couple pens.
And some folders.
And some Dollar Tree folders. And then she got some black pull string bags.
I was a little confused here.
First of all, what is this? And what was the charity? Are you sure that they wanted you to do it like this? You didn't need to set these card tables up. You could have put this on your counter that don't got no food on it. We didn't. And as fast as they
like a pack of paper, it was some pencils and it was the folders and some crayons.
Who knows? Because then the scholar was like, "Oh, I used to be an educator. So are these for the educators or are these for the students? Like, who's getting these bags?" Somebody tell me who the bag's going to, and tell me why she only sending out 16. Is it the top bags? Is it the top educators in Maryland? Are these only going to KIPP schools? Can somebody tell me who the bag's going to? Is it first come, first serve? And at that point, are you going to a playground? Where are these bags going? Why she only had 3? And let's start in the assembly line. Griff, give me this pencil and paper.
Well, it seems like the same people that they were sending off the shoebox hats from Robin.
You know what I thought to myself? I thought to myself, Robin could have done this quick, fast by herself. Somebody said everybody in Surrey County. You know what? And we would have had bags left over. Maybe there were extra supplies for teachers to have for the classroom. I thought of that, but then I thought to myself, I said, because a scholar said, "Ooh, we just got a invitation to the party," and the invitation says, "Invite friends and haters. Our reasonably shady celebration, April 21st. Casual Cute Hotel Giselle." We'll get into that. Who need these pencils, pens, and bags and books and all that? April 21st.
It might have went to Giselle.
April 21st. Who she partner up there with? Why they giving out bags this late at the end of the year? Are they going to the students? Are they going to the teachers? Why she only has 16? The people want to know. The people want to know.
Well, that's not bad because school starts in August.
We're still in school. And it's about to end. Girl, I don't need these pencils, pens, and papers and bags. And I don't like this drawstring bag.
Oh, yeah, because they get out in June. That is true. I didn't think about that.
What? Who is she partnered up with? School is out in 30 days. Exactly. What am I doing with these puts? Are they going to summer school students? At this point, we were still quarantined. Was the girls even in class? Are you bringing it to their home? What is the charity? Who are they going to? Are they going to the teachers? Are they going to the students? Are they going to the parents? Why does she only have 16? The people want to know. I can't.
The kids still need supplies during the end of the school year, though.
I guess so. And that's why she's handing them out. Okay. You think she's going to be going door to door? Who she's giving them out to?
Maybe she had a school that she sponsored.
And that's so she's giving it. What is this? That was about to be real shady. It's a school she's sponsoring.
Maybe it's her kid's school or some.
Is it an international cottage school for girls for ex? I can't. So I do wish when they used to do true philanthropy. Where's old Huger Charity who had you writing checks for her hair writing checks to her that's gonna go through old Huger Charity but not really going through the charity. Where is the time when Monique had people boxing up all of those things for her, K. Katrina, and she stole all of Sharice's friends, and Giselle just dropped off her stuff and left? What happened to the good old times when Katie used to come in here doing all of those? You remember she had that casino night, and it really wasn't no casino, nothing was happening. Y'all remember when Ashley was sitting here, she had her karaoke night. Where is the philanthropy? What happened to the philanthropy?
So what you're saying is that none of these women have charities.
I'm not saying they don't have charities. I'm asking. I'm saying I miss the philanthropy. I miss when they used to. Truly
you basically just said none of them was actually honest about it, which you just listed off.
Well, I don't know where Karen's money was going to. She said
we don't know what any of the other ones went either. So
I mean, we don't. I don't know. Katie was always just sponsoring something. She was just always the face of something. Ashley, the people were singing karaoke for the thing. I don't know. Candace hasn't done anything yet. Giselle,
Candace made
she's
them
always
have a paid bar for her. What was it? Her?
Oh, it was a cash bar. Yes, it was a cash bar for her 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
And then Karen, she went to college. She didn't go to college. She refused her degree, but she didn't do it. She had domestic. I don't know what's going on. I just missed up from philanthropy when Sharice was drunk up there and saying, "I have my name, but I'm gonna have to cut one of my names off. And it was gonna be very sad. So maybe I may be stepping down because I can't do this anymore because half of my name is gonna have to remove itself." I miss those days, and Wendy, you had that beautiful event. You was teaching the girls about government relations and advocacy, and now you putting pens and pencils in the backpack.
Let's
move on. So then they said that they're not sure if they want to go because they don't like how the flyer is feeling to Wendy.
I mean, the flyer was looking really cheap.
Okay.
So I mean,
girl, it's only us.
It would have been questionable to me as well.
And you would have attended.
Maybe.
You would have been there. Bells and whistles on first one there.
It would be questionable. It would be questionable.
Wendy says she wants to get away, so she says, "Let's drive like 3 hours, 2 hours up the road to Eastern Shore." Like, oh my God, Scott is like, "Oh, I've heard great things." So that's where they want to go. They want to try to get everybody's husbands, and then those who don't have husbands, they can bring their bags. So then we get to Giselle's construction zone. She's getting ready for the party. She has a cast on her foot because with all the people that was around there banging,
she took over the construction in her front yard.
All the people that was banging and using hammers and ladders and stuff like that. Why was she picking up anything? She said that she was picking up a table and it fell on her foot. And then we see the construction zone. Apartments coming soon. And then right by that is, now I will say the tent looked so pretty. It was pink. It was fluff. It looked so beautiful. Like whoever did the tent, great. Then you got the red carpet. It started nowhere. And then it just led to nowhere. And then I guess this is where the bartender was.
The carpet led to the auto oil changing shop.
The carpet was this way.
But it led to the driveway of the auto oil changing place.
For now, we're doing renovations.
It didn't lead to the event that Giselle was having. It actually led to the front door of the auto shop.
Anyway, so I did like this scene where it reminded me of when Kenya first had her housewarming. Mm-hmm. And all of the girls were now coming to the housewarming. And they're like, "Oh, how we get down to the?" Y'all remember when Sheree was like, "Oh, what is this? We gotta walk down here. Oh, I wouldn't have worn these shoes if I would have. Hold on, come on, help me down." And everybody got to walk down her steep driveway. That's what Giselle's driveway is giving. It's giving Kenya more manner. So they walk up to her. Robin's first. She's like, what you need me to do, whatever. Ashley comes in very excited. You ain't gotta go to work. Child, if you would have turned around, they was just just drilling and banging for no reason. Okay, that was that y'all. You couldn't have given them a day off, girl. Well, we got to sit here and try to film during the same time. But this is just how Robin is too, because she still kept filming when that lady was like.
Now, what do you feel like she's building the entryway now? That was being built?
I think because the West Wing is so much it goes outward. I think she's now going to make the house seem symmetrical now.
Okay.
Yeah. At least that's what it looked like. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So Ashley arrives. Oh my gosh! Look. Oh, y'all remember Ashley was there when it was nothing and they had no toilet.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh my gosh, look, it's so wow and okay and oh, look, okay, you gotta be okay. Look, okay. Oh, this is First of all,
So do you think that she has a toilet now?
Yeah, she does.
I mean, people were not even invited to the toilet at this point.
Only two people. They had to use the
do you
urinals
feel
outside.
like there's actually a toilet in the house?
I do believe
there a porta potty?
She has 3 girls. I believe that she does.
Or are they using a porta potty outside?
So Ashley comes in. She's saying that the house, I mean, it's up there. She's doing something with it. She got a long way to go, but she's excited that, it's here. Says her in her condo that she lives in with her husband. Who almost kicked her mother out of the apartment because she was dating that man who wasn't paying the rent. But they also paid for Uncle Lump's birthday party, where he grabbed that man's and said he wanted to suck wine sausage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going down a rabbit hole. So then Ashley goes to the bartender, and guess what she asked for?
What?
A white wine.
Okay.
Hell froze over. We're not having a Corona, Ashley. I done got this whole box for you. Who
I
gonna
thought they
drink
ended
these
up asking
beers?
for a Corona, though.
You said what?
They ended up asking for a Corona.
Maybe later when she first got there, she said, "I'm just gonna have a glass of
You
white
did say
wine,
that, but
please."
they ended up asking for a Corona.
And I was thinking, white wine, Ashley.
Maybe she's
Is everything okay?
a little bit.
You said what?
Maybe she's getting older. Maybe the Corona is not what
she needs less carbs. Maybe she needs less carbs. Maybe you can't have Coronas with placenta.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what it is. You can't have Corona.
Maybe she just doesn't want Corona anymore. She wants white wine now. I mean, she's not allowed to change her mind.
I mean, she is, but I don't think she. I think she's going back to Corona. You saw her family last episode. So after that, we hear more of the banging, beeping, drilling, all of that stuff. Is it safe? Is it safe for them to be there? It would have been cute if they all had hard hats on while that was coming down, because it seemed like they needed it.
What you said, we have to think of that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Mia shows up. She said, "What is this? Oh my God!" She's come a long way from a girl who was in foster care, being a prostitute on the pole from Steak and Lobster, and now she's judging people's driveways.
Oh my
God!
God.
The nerve, like the nerve. But anyway, I'll keep it moving. So she's judging the place. She's not sure. She's walking.
We're talking.
How do I get down to the? Okay, so she gets there. Then a scholar arrives. Hey, scholar. Wendy gets there. Hey, girl. Karen gets there. She said, "Wait, are we doing COVID testing?" You would think so from the tent. Now, I will say that tent did look like we are doing COVID testing. Okay. So now if y'all up to Karen's age, can y'all put it in the chat, please? What are the side effects when you're elderly? Is it like taking shrooms? Because the editing gave us she's on a bad trip.
People have had really bad side effects from getting that shot. That is not something. I know that the
pain. I know that the pain is real, but does it make you?
No, they've had side effects where they've had side effects where it does cause those things that Karen was saying.
Delusions.
So that's very true. Yes, Karen was like, "I feel weak." She did say that. So I've heard that before.
Okay. Well, I know it happened the next day. So do y'all get psychedelic delusions?
It could have been the fumes from all of the construction going on.
It could have been. Maybe she shouldn't have been there. She is older.
Oh, were we ageist?
I'm not being ageist. I'm being realist. She is older. She shouldn't have been around a lot of that dust and stuff, like dust and smoke and stuff like that. And she just had to make sure that she was in that age range where she needed to get the COVID vaccine. She was a priority. I don't know. I felt kind of bad because she was a little woo. She's like, "Oh, I just got my first COVID shot just to come out and be with you guys."
55, you can get dizzy and your arm is sore. It causes weakness.
So what about the delusions that she was having? What about the mushroom side effects she was having?
I have heard of people having bad side effects from getting those shots.
I don't don't know. It seemed like she was going. She was having a bad trip. Was she drinking anything? One would have thought. Did
She
they hand
started.
her
She had a drink
a
when she
shot?
got there.
I don't know. Brain fog. Maybe it was brain fog. Maybe that's what it was. Because she seemed like she didn't know where she was and how she got there and when she leaving back. When she going back home. Almost like when Monique drove into that ditch.
So when you get invited to somebody's house, do you expect to be sitting in a driveway?
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna be sitting.
Would you invite somebody to sit in your driveway?
I sure would if that's where the event is.
It's questionable.
And you could take your raggedy home, okay, and save more of this stuff for us. You don't have to be here, okay.
Well, I mean, if they're paying me to sit there, I would sit there. But I mean, when I get invited to someone's home, I feel like I'm going to go into the home.
Yeah, and you have come to the home. I own this land. You've come to the home. You can
I didn't go
it.
inside the home. I went outside of the home. That's not the same thing.
Everybody don't need to be inside. You can say you saw it.
Well, tell me I'm going to be in the side or in the bushes.
We didn't need to put that in the we didn't need to put that in the invitation.
Well, you should. So I can decide if I want to come.
Some people would not come.
I would have never show up to sit in the driveway. So you're absolutely right.
Karen had a whole hair thing that she came late to and then left early to go get fried chicken for.
But they still were inside of the building. They were inside of the building, though.
Yeah, in the back of the
they were still inside of the building.
In the back of the Hispanic shopping center. Don't even try to make it seem like she was doing.
It was very tacky. The girl didn't want them to come inside the house to use the bathroom, so it was very tacky.
Y'all can't go inside the house. It's a construction zone.
Well, she lives in the house. The children live in the house.
Yeah, people we live in the house. Y'all can't live in the house.
People come and get their oil changed every day. So why can't we come inside?
Yeah, but they sit out here in the waiting room. They sit.
They sit inside in the waiting room in the auto shop to get their oil changed. So there should be nothing wrong with us.
Look, we had 2 places we could have.
Maybe if I came and got my oil changed, I could come inside.
What? Maybe you could have. You had 2 places you could have gone: Robin's apartment or Giselle's driveway.
Robin has an apartment.
The square footage is the same.
Robin has an apartment now.
I think it's what is it? Is it a townhome? Is it a 2-bedroom townhome?
I thought Robin had a house now.
Well, she has a house now, but she wasn't living in the house during filming. This part, they were still trying to get the house together.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I would probably rather go to Robin's apartment than sit in the driveway.
Okay. Well, Robin said y'all can't come in. Juan said no too.
Robin also said we're not about to do this. So, I mean, Juan is not really there that much. So let's not blame it on Juan.
Karen comes. She says, everybody, you get a candle. I want to give you one of the candles from my fragrance line. Thank you so much. I can't wait to smell it. It's 3 wick. Oh, yes, it's going to burn so nice. Thank you so much.
They all said it smells great.
And she said she got her first COVID shot. She's really excited about it. She got a, what is she calling it? A Vaseline?
Yeah, she said something.
A Vaseline? Whatever it was, we'll get to it. So she's really excited about that.
Vaccination.
A vaccination. So she had to come down here after she left the CVS to get her vaccination. Okay. She's really excited to be with the girls.
To get the vaccination.
I mean, I don't know. You team Moderna or you team what's the other one? Pfizer. If you team Johnson & Johnson, girl, you need to go get another shot. So after that, they tell the ladies about the podcast because Candace and they said, no, we're not waiting for her anymore. Me and Giselle, me and Robin, we got a podcast. The people say, hey, you like to talk a lot. You want to get on the podcast? Yes, let's get in the podcast. They go to the podcast. They really like the podcast. They talk about it. It's reasonably shady.
Robin is reasonably and Giselle is shady.
They both the same tacky.
That's what she explained it.
Giselle is saying that this is the... we're doing a TV show. Never mind. Let me calm down. So Giselle says, we almost didn't do this event like this because we didn't want it to go this way. And, me was like, well, what would you have? No, Wendy said, well, what would you have changed? Well, some of the people would not have been able to come to my house and go to the restroom.
How tacky was that?
And who were those individuals? Well, you and Karen. Y'all two would not have been able to enter my home and use the restroom. Well, not you, Karen, anymore. But y'all talked about my house, and I just didn't feel as if y'all should be in
Now,
the inside of it.
When did Wendy talk about her house?
I don't know. Just like Phaedra said, I didn't talk about your looks. I
Wendy
talked
never
about your
brought up her house.
skin.
Now, what Karen said about her house was funny, but Wendy never talked about her house.
Wendy did not talk about her house. She talked about her fashions.
And they're terrible. So she didn't
Either
lie.
way, you're not allowed in my home. Okay, we haven't reconciled yet. You will not be using the bathroom in my home.
I
Who
actually
knows
love
what you got
Robin
going
in
on?
the moment of this because it was wrong for Giselle to do that. I feel like, why would you invite them if you don't want them in your house?
Because you told me I had to.
You did what?
Robin said I had to. Y'all only came
But I'm
because
saying, why
Robin
would
said
you
so.
invite people to your house if they can't use the bathroom in your home?
Look, that it has
That doesn't make
nothing
any
to
sense.
do with me. It has nothing
You
to
didn't
do with
invite
me.
you didn't invite them to my birthday party. Why would you invite them to your house? If you have this big of a problem, then why?
You cannot use the bathroom. I don't know what hoodoo voodoo urine you have, and you will not be putting that around in my home. And you be snooping around and sneaking around. I don't need it.
She
No,
thought
thank
they
you.
might see the roaches that Nene had.
Child, we don't need another Kenya Moore. Oh my God, she said her house is more finished than mine. Oh my God, this basement is not done. We don't need y'all coming in here and looking through our things. No, thank you. Okay, Wendy,
Oh,
and I heard you.
so they can talk about her, but they won't have an option to talk about Giselle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you an option to do so. You
Okay.
can talk about the outside and my foot.
I mean, the conversation would have been the same. It would have still been questionable.
That's fine with me. Okay, and have a glass of wine. So as that's going on, Wendy was saying, I never talked about your house. I talked about your looks. And she said, look, I wasn't gonna attend anyway because the flyer seemed shady. And just it's a reasonably shady podcast. Well, girl, we didn't know that before we got here. Exactly. Yeah, but we also didn't know we was gonna be licking nipples before we got to your party. But there we were.
But they didn't have a problem licking nipples though.
Yeah, but don't make it seem like all the flyers let you know exactly what's going on. Monique was sending around mimes that made Giselle and Karen frustrated when she was trying to invite the girls out to overseas. Every
and they had an option
invitation
before they went to the house to go.
You said what?
They had an option to go on the trip before they went.
Either way,
before we get there, we didn't know what's going on here. I don't want to get an invitation to your house and then I got to sit outside. And then when I get here, I don't know, I can't use the bathroom. Oh, girl, I would have peed in the tent and then left.
And that's what we thought you would. And I would have been like, see, this is why I let him in my house. You see, this is why they let him in.
Well, if you let me in the house, I wouldn't have to pee in the tent. I would have peed in the bathroom.
No, disgusting. I have children in
here.
It's
disgusting that I can't use the bathroom in your
home.
No,
it's disgusting that you think that you'll be able to come into my home with your nasty attitude.
It's disgusting that you would invite me to your home if I can't use the bathroom.
I invited you to the outside of it.
That's not what the invitation said.
It said a Hotel Giselle.
There was no hotel. And actually, they said it was a motel. So, I mean, what are we doing?
I call it
it looked like we were at a construction site.
It looked like we were Girl Scout cookies. It looked like Girl Scout cookies. It looked like we're raising money for there.
I could probably live here for free if I build something out of the junkyard. That's what it looked like.
We're practicing for the block party. We're gonna be giving out stuff during the block party.
Oh, is that
my God.
Can you put this over here? Because I want to actually live in that. And then when y'all get done doing what y'all doing, then I'll come back. But right now, let me live over here in the tent. That's what it looks like.
It looks like the celebration she had during that Surrey County ambassador meeting.
Oh,
so they did to me. Her and those three people. So after that, they said, look, when Karen says, can I speak to you for a second, Mia? Please, you want to? So they get up and they remove themselves. And here's Wendy. Wendy, you could go. Like, you can go. Now, I know you do live all the way out there by Johns Hopkins. So you drove, okay, very far. But you could go.
What's all this animosity towards Wendy?
My problem is, okay, we're doing a TV show. Like, if we're gonna be in it and we're gonna be in it, let's be in it. I don't like. It's like when Nene became, greater than thou, and then she'll come and say, "I'm not. I don't want you, and I'm not going to." Then you need to get off the show. because this getting boring to watch. Is getting boring to see. I don't want to be in a scene like it's like Kim Zolciak. It's like, girl, we're trying to film a show here.
I think Wendy gave a lot for this episode.
Here we are. Would you like a cut now? Did you want something now?
She said, I don't want to drink around these women.
You can, take it up the parking lot. Take it up the driveway.
Does she have to drink around them to be a part of the scene?
My God, what? Just you nasty.
Does she have to drink around them to be a part of the scene?
She doesn't have to be, but I felt like her attitude was nasty.
I feel like she was protecting herself.
All because she couldn't possibly use the bathroom. Not that she needed to use the bathroom anyway.
I definitely would not want to even. I probably would have left, honestly, if I realized I could use the bathroom at your house.
My thing would have been, well, thank God I don't need to go.
It's rude.
Thank God I don't need to go. The read is not on me. Thank God I don't need to go.
It was rude.
You got some more champagne.
And you actually didn't even have to say it.
It's just how she did. So after that, Karen pulls me into the side and she says, look, Wendy told Candace about what was going on. And somebody was bringing up stuff about, asking about who's the manager and who's getting paid. Oh, was that Wendy? Oh, it was Wendy, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So she said, look, it just wasn't appropriate. I wouldn't want anyone asking my mother that, or you shouldn't have done that. So after that, they get back. Karen gives everybody a candle. She could have done that from the jump, but I guess she couldn't carry the whole box.
But she was visiting Giselle's home, or so she thought.
She could have just come and gave everybody one of the candles. Okay. Is this the prototype or is this the product? Because she passing it out like it is the sure product. She's not saying this is tester. She's saying, girl, here's your candle. Are we sure this is the prototype, girl, or is this the candle? So after that, they do the reasonably shady game. Now, did you come up with questions? Because you didn't send me any.
I just wrote down some of the ones that they had. I think I wrote like one extra one. But there was 4 that I did. Like, did you write down any?
I wrote the ones that they said.
I think I wrote down one extra one. That was it.
Okay. So let's put it in the comments. Play with us if it's reasonable or if it's shady. We're gonna do reasonably shady. Y'all put in the comments if this podcast was reasonably shady, who would be reasonable and who would be shady? Out of me and So Debonair, who would be reasonable and who
I would be reasonable? You would be shady.
Shady. You'd be delusional. Put in the comments who would be reasonable and who would be
I want to
shady.
see these comments.
And then you start the first question. Give me 1 second. I'm about to do something that Wendy couldn't do at Giselle's house.
Well, go to the bathroom. Well, I gotta wait for you to ask the question. Well, while we're waiting, I want to see what y'all saying. Who would be reasonable, Lee, and who would be shady between me and Busy? Monique W said, Busy is shady. Busy, shady. Deb is reasonable. Deb is reasonable. Busy is shady. Busy is shady. Deb is reasonable. That's what I thought. Busy is shady. Deb is reasonable. Definitely Deb would be reasonable. Busy is shady. Reasonable is me. So Deb is reasonable. So Deb is reasonable. Busy is shady. So that would be reasonable. And sorry, Busy, you would be shady boots. Busy is shady. Everybody's saying the same thing. I told Busy I wanted to play the game reasonable shady today. So this is funny. Both of y'all are shady at times. Okay, I can see that.
I like to call it quick wit.
They all said you're shady, not reasonable.
Yeah, but we're not listening to the chat.
Well, you asked them.
I just wanted to see what they would say so I can know who to judge.
Why did Busy think he had to ask?
I want to know who not using the bathroom at my house. Okay.
Can I use the bathroom at your house?
Oh,
I can't use the bathroom at your house?
You better not touch the gate nor the mailbox.
Oh my God. I would never come visit you.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, well, we're good.
You better not even.
We see
You
each
better not
other.
even Google Maps it geotype. You better not even put the
That's
address
fine
in.
because I will be close to you in the next 2 weeks, so that's fine.
I'm calling the police. You know that you are not abiding by the restraining order. You are supposed to be 7 states away.
Is that what it says?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll talk about it offline because I don't need people in our business.
I want to talk offline. You may okay, whatever. So you want to go with the first question?
Yeah, what's your you do the one that they didn't have.
I said, is it reasonable or shady to show up at a friend's house without a gift?
Okay, let's put it in the chat. Is it reasonable or shady to show up at a friend's house without a gift? Is it a gathering?
Yeah, you're going to like let's say it's a birthday party.
Okay, so to
Oh
go
no. Okay, let's use what they did. They were announcing their podcast. So for a friend's event, is it reasonable or is it shady to show up without a gift?
I think it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable. Y'all put it in the comments. We're gonna skip by all of those people who called me shady. Reasonable. It's not a birthday. Somebody said it's shady. Shady. That's not very reasonable. Shady. I think it's shady for real. Some people said response for their podcast. You should have a gift. Shady. Reasonable. It wasn't a housewarming.
Okay.
I think that it's reasonable. Now, I don't like to come to places empty-handed. I always have a bottle of wine with me. But I didn't grow up like that, and I don't think that you need to bring something for every occasion.
I think if my friend is having an event, I'm definitely gonna show up with a gift.
Why does it have to be a gift?
It's a celebration of whatever they're having the event for. So I will show up with a gift.
Well, let me know what you could do. I'm not buying you any. What do you want me to do for this
I'm gonna bring a bottle.
extravaganza?
I'm gonna bring a bottle.
If I only need to show up, then I could do that. But you want me to cook? You need me to bring something? Hey, I'm headed that way. You need me to go get something? But
so you think you should bring something, or at least ask?
Ask if you need help with something else. But I don't think that people should automatically feel like they need. If you're celebrating your time and you want the people around you to celebrate with you, that doesn't mean that I have to be obligated to give a gift, girl. You ask for my presents because you like me so much.
I think in Atlanta, like whenever we go to either just houses for stuff, we always just bring a bottle. We always do that. Like it's like normal. So I would always bring a bottle at least if my friend is having something. Whether it's a game night, whether you're announcing something, I'm always going to bring a bottle to the occasion.
Now, I always say make sure you got the stuff that I drink. And you got food, right? Okay.
Normally,
and then
most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, there's food there. And if the person took time to cook food or hire somebody to cook food, I'm going to bring something.
Myself in an empty stomach. I'm not going to let it go to waste.
Oh, no, I'm going to bring a bottle so everybody can drink.
Okay.
Because,
I think it's reasonable. I don't think everyone should feel obligated to bring something to everyone else. You say it's tacky?
It's tacky and it's not. Well,
I don't think it's shady.
We're doing shady, reasonable or shady. So I'm going to say it's shady.
I don't think it's shady, but I think
if
it is
my friend
reasonable.
has food for me to eat food, the least I can do is bring a bottle to the event.
Why? This is their event. The least they can do is have it there.
Because if they spent money on the food or the caterer,
yes, they should also have a budget for the cocktails. They should also have a budget aside for the
even if they have cocktails already, I should still bring something.
Child, see, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all what's not reasonable. Okay, y'all hoes having birthday parties. I want to celebrate this random thing parties and expecting me to pay or to bring something for you. Invited me to your birthday dinner. That didn't mean that I was about to split your bill. Okay, now it would be cute if somebody at the table was like, "Girl, I got it," and whoever likes you the most. Okay. But you invited me out to eat, girl. I have to have enough money to get my own stuff. I thought you just wanted my presents. You didn't tell me that you wanted my presents and then also to pay for your stuff too. And I gotta come with a gift in the car, and then we gotta sing happy. This is too much just so that you can celebrate you. It's a no for me.
If my friend is celebrating something, I want to bring something to celebrate my friend.
Well, then you should have been a part of the planning party.
No, I don't need to be a part. I don't want to be a part of that. That's too much work.
My job is
What
to
I
show up
want
and
to
show
do
up on
is
time.
bring something to my friend's celebration and say, "Hey, congratulations! I'm celebrating you with this." My presence. I mean, I can go to your house any day I want to, but this is a celebration of my friend, so I'm gonna bring something.
Hey, congratulations! I'm excited. Who all coming? And that's it.
I would ask that before I went.
So you don't really care about their celebration.
I would care about it,
You
but
shady. You don't
if I
even need to
gotta
be
send,
asking. If
if
you're
I gotta,
celebrating them and you got your
if
bottle
I
ready to
gotta
bring to the
send
girls,
my gift,
you don't. It
without
doesn't
my
matter
present,
who's there.
if I gotta send my gift without my presence, I'm okay with that.
You don't have the range. Let's move on.
But
So,
I do. Okay, so
next one. Is it reasonable or shady to hold on to a grudge after someone has apologized? Put in the comments. Is it reasonable or shady?
what do you think?
Reasonable.
It's reasonable.
Mm-hmm. If you invite Busy and then say I can't use the bathroom, I'm leaving and I'm taking my gift. First of all, you won't be able to get your because I'm taking that gift and I'm
I'll
putting it
write that down
upstairs.
too.
I say thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Can somebody put this up with the other gifts? You'll be leaving, but you'll be searching around my house looking for
I thought
your
you said
gift to take
to hold
back.
a grudge.
Oh, she said that she's taking her gift back if she can't use the bathroom at my house.
I thought you said was it reasonable or shady to hold a grudge with someone?
It is, but I was just answering her super chat. You know, she gave a super chat. Put your B's in the comments for her super chat and let her know that she would not be able to get her
Oh
gift
yeah,
back if
okay,
she gave it to me because it will already be hiding somewhere in a place where she wouldn't be able to find it.
okay.
And she'll pee on herself looking for the gift. Okay, trying to use the bathroom. I think that it is reasonable. Just because you have apologized to me does
Right.
not.
The answer in the comment section because I did get confused too, and I guess because you read the super chat, so I missed that part.
The question is it reasonable or shady to hold on to a grudge after someone has apologized?
Yes. Okay.
Is it somebody says shady grudges drain energy? No, they don't, girl. No, they do not. And I could pick up a grudge real quick.
Well, Miss Genevieve asked a good question. Did you accept the apology?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you
No.
think?
No to everyone. Do not go to Busy's house. And that's exactly what I want you to. Please do not arrive here. Do not show up. Okay. If I'm having an event, it's going to be off site.
So
Reasonable
what
vote.
do you think for the answer to this?
I think it's reasonable. My feelings be. I accept your apology, but that does not mean that now my feelings or emotion about the situation has now been absolved. So some people say, forgive and not forget. And if you want to call that grudgy, well, I don't know, because a grudge is like a specific thing. A grudge is like a specific thing. So, okay, let me think about this. Has somebody apologized to me and then held on to that grudge? And they held on to I don't know. I feel like you always have it in the back of your mind. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to remove all my feelings about it. Now, grudge depends on how mad you made me. You can't sleep with like Tony sleeping with well, she couldn't sleep with him, but Jones may have tried to sleep with him, and it's like, okay, we good. Heck no, girl. No. Okay. Even though he didn't sleep with you, like, no. Like, no. No. Like, no. I don't know. I can accept your apology, but it takes me a minute for my feelings to work through and process them. And normally people who make me upset, they realize that I'm still processing, even if I've accepted your apology. I thank you for apologizing to me. It was big of you and I accept it. But now I have to do the work on making sure that I truly and sincerely will forgive you for this and not bring it back up. Because I don't like people who be like, oh, but I apologize to you when see, I don't like this tit for tat. When I say I forgive you, and we move on. But I have to work through making sure I forgive you and understanding, do you like that they did this and do you want them in your life again? Apology, no apology, girl. Bank of America took $35 out of my account and I was only overdrafted $1. Okay, and thank you for giving the money back. But y'all wrong. And now I want to close this account. And I'll never shop at this tacky bank again.
Okay.
What about you?
I would forgive the person.
So you think that it is shady to hold on to the grudge?
I do.
Everybody ain't sorry.
But
You know, right? So next question. Is it reasonable or shady?
I cannot stand you right now.
What happened? What happened? You okay?
I can't stand you right now.
You okay?
Go ahead with what you say.
Is it reasonable or shady to talk about your friend when they are not around? Put in the comments, y'all, reasonable or shady?
I think it's shady.
I don't know. What we have to assume that the talking about is in a negative context. So then I'm going to say that it's shady.
I don't care if it's a positive.
It's reasonable.
I would.
Are
not.
You talking with other friends?
Huh?
Are you talking with other friends?
Either or, I still would feel like I want my friend to be to defend themselves.
What do you mean?
Like, we're friends. Are we friends? Okay. So
we know we're still getting to know each other.
Okay. So, well, I would say we're friends, though. I would say that. Maybe you don't feel that way, but I would say we're friends.
I would say we're getting to know each other.
So, and I would say we're friends. Do you want to repeat it again?
We can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyways, you're questionable. I would not want to
be in a room when people are talking about me.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Then leave it.
I would leave. You know what? I probably would try to defend you, but if it
don't do that.
Can I please finish what I'm saying?
Yes.
I would try to defend you, but if it got to a point where it was unbearable for me, then I would probably leave.
Well, what about you talking about a friend behind their back? Have you ever done that before?
I wouldn't do that.
Are we sure?
I'm very sure.
Okay. I think that it is not. I think that it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable or shady. I think it's either or. Sometimes I vent to my other friend. Like if we're in a friend circle, sometimes we got to vent about what our other friend is doing. And what the frustrations are. It's shady if you're just truly attacking that person because you're not friends. Like you're not friends. Miss Genevieve said, "Are you speaking negatively or positively?" I think that we're only going with the negative context.
I think in general, like honestly, and let me tell you what I said. I'll probably just try to defend the person. I would prefer the person to be there, but if I personally know the person, I probably would just try to defend the person. I still think that it's not. I think it's shady, but I just probably wouldn't. If it was me, like I probably just wouldn't mention it.
You know, I'm not going around defending you. Okay.
I don't think I asked you to either. But
well, I'm letting you know just in case.
But you actually saw me do it, so well, especially for you, like I've done it before. So I definitely would think it was a shady moment because I just feel like I don't want people to take my friends out of context. So yeah,
maybe it's context for them. That's your relationship with them, but they spit on my face and said I couldn't use the bathroom, and I don't like them.
Yeah,
and that's that on that.
In real life, I probably would defend them, but with my about shady, I think it'll be shady for people to talk about the friend with the friend not being around. I do think that.
That's the best. Like that's the time you do it. I mean, what are you gonna do? Talk about why they're there? Well, that's an
I think
intervention.
there's a narrative of the person though that they don't have opportunity to defend themselves, so it is
And that they don't know what's out there. It's a win-win for all of us.
Yeah.
So you said what?
You're right about what you said.
I think I'm reasonable. I think it's reasonably shady. Karen, she's sitting here. She's having a bad trip. So the shrooms have kicked in. The Geritol has kicked in. And Karen is like, whoa, what's going on? Okay, hold on. What's the question again? Who's reasonable? Who said something about whose man? Karen is having a bad trip. The stuff is the Geritol is kicked in. And she is
this what we're doing today?
I'm just telling you what I saw on the TV show.
That's not what happened.
Oh, okay. So she must have got the Johnson one, y'all. The Johnson.
Oh my God.
She must have got the Johnson. Johnson kicked in, and
this
now
is all we know. He's shady and not reasonable.
So after that, you got Giselle saying, "Well, Wendy, you were being shady talking about telling Candace that Mia was talking about her behind her back." How did you feel about this conversation before I go in and drag Mia?
I don't feel like she was talking about her behind her back. Miss Dorothy was talking about her before anybody.
She could do it. That's her mama.
So, I mean, if she's opened up the conversation, then why is it off limits?
Because you don't know me.
Is doing it.
So what? You don't know me, ho. My mother could say whatever she want to say. If she want to walk up and down this drag busy, let her do it. You don't then say, yeah, go ahead, Mama Blue. And you know what else?
Is that what Mia did?
Very much so. She started off easy. How old are you? Oh, you don't look that day. So who's paying the bills? Who's the manager? Over here, who does it?
So what we do know is this, that Mia has been on multiple episodes saying that when it was her and her husband, it didn't work out well. I don't think that Mia's intentions were bad. I feel like Mia was saying that this doesn't work out well.
So talk to me.
So, well, I mean, can you talk to Candace?
Talk. Yes, you can.
Is she not questionable?
This season, she has not been, unless it's Ashley, her forehead and her belly.
Yes, she has.
And her breast milk. Unless it's Ashley, her forehead, her breast milk. She has not gone after anybody.
That's questionable.
And definitely not Mia.
That's questionable.
And her big old feet.
Because she's been talking about her feet for the entire season.
You could have.
That's not true. That's not true.
You could have talked. You could have said, "Hey, like, look, this on me." And she going around duck goose, and she's telling everybody heads up.
Her mother is running around talking to everybody because she didn't. Her mother. She did not just talk about. She didn't just talk to me about it.
That's her mother.
She was talking to Karen about it. She talked to Giselle about it.
You don't have to engage.
Her mother was all in it for everybody. Even Robin was like, "Well, it is a valid question."
And you don't have to engage.
So then but it was a valid question.
For whom?
For everyone. Is Chris being paid to be a manager? Because what we did watch was how she treated him for the last 2 episodes. Then when we get to this episode, now Mia's bad because she asked a question about, is he getting paid? Because if he's not, well, I mean, then what is the pressure on this husbander role?
Talk to me about it. The people want to know, were you a sex worker at that club that your husband met you at? And this is why, and you had so many clients, that's why you had to get a bachelor rejuvenation.
We're not talking
because it was banged out.
So we revert. So we go back to this.
If we're asking questions,
nobody asked that question. Nobody asked that question.
We have them with your big old feet.
No one asked that question though.
We have the question. I feel like she was being taken. It was, first of all, it's your first time meeting my mother. Yes, my mother is going around doing it. Just like Karen said, girl, we might come over here, girl. We don't need to. But Messy Mia, no boundaries. She's going in and trying to give her experience too. You don't know me.
Mia didn't start it though. Her mother started it. It wasn't Mia who started it.
And then you just say yes, okay.
Okay.
Because it won't bode well for you at the end of the day. If my mother
didn't start the questioning of Chris, it was her mother.
If my mother was going around talking about
this is why you feel like Karen should not have asked Giselle about what her father said. This is why because you keep on saying that she attacked her.
She did.
Karen asked the question that Giselle's mother asked. Now you're saying that Mia should not have talked to Candace's mother about stuff that she was already talking about.
Because that's none of your bit. My mother can talk
Her
about
mother
whatever she
was
wants to
asking
talk
the
about.
questions.
And you
So
can say,
a
look,
valid question
this is none of
when
my
is he getting
business,
paid?
ma'am.
Because
Ma'am,
what we have seen throughout this season is Mia
I'm not
saying,
sure.
well, what we have seen during this season is Mia saying, well, when me and G were doing this, it didn't work well. I don't want her to ruin her relationship because of this. It was actually out of concern for Candace, not out of the spite of Candace.
Then
So
come
I
to
don't think that when
Candace.
she saw Candace's mother, she got like toxic on Candace. Like it wasn't that.
I felt like clearly she knows Dorothy, and Dorothy gonna do what Dorothy do. You can't then feel like you're gonna be absolved if my mother's going around calling me all types of hoes and whatever. Just let her do it. We got to get the video shoot done. But if I realize that you was down there kicking too, I don't need you to be like, well, your mama was doing it. That has nothing to do with you. So you think that you can just you I don't know you, hoe. And you better talk about me.
You do know that there's editing, right?
I know. And the editing, there's nothing.
So you think that Mia just all of a sudden came out of the blue and said, "Is Chris getting paid?"
What I do know is that she didn't mind her business.
No, I think that editing was a part of this because I don't think Mia's first question to Miss Dorothy was, "Is Chris getting paid?" Huh?
It was how old are you?
Well, what I'm talking about Chris though. Was he getting paid? Because Giselle brought it up. Everybody brought it up.
The people want to know, and Giselle did it right. Yeah, go over there. Make sure she get those questions because it's not my business. I'm not going to be in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say.
I am not going to be in the middle of that. You have to have a little bit of discernment of.
Giselle was already in the middle because she asked weeks before this, "Is he riding your coattail?"
She asked Candace. She talked to Candace about it. They
Mia asked Candace's mother,
she's not the one to go to. Ask the person who's in the marriage.
Okay.
Ask the person who's in the marriage. I'm sorry. It's the no for me.
I mean, the mother has been involved in the marriage a lot. So
because she's the mom and she paid for the wedding.
So I don't think that was a. I don't know.
Me ain't done nothing. I haven't even got my back broke yet at one of her places. Okay. That she managed. So Mia is now trying to twist the story and saying, yeah, that was very wrong of you to go and tell Candace that I was talking about her to her mother.
Everybody feels like that.
You're trying to ruin her day, her video shoot, her photo shoot. That was nasty of you. That was shady. That's not a good friend. You were being
She wasn't the only one though.
I thought that switcheroo and turnaround could go to hell.
She wasn't the only one.
Who wasn't the only one?
Mia asking questions.
She wasn't the only one, but that's who Wendy heard.
Okay, but so are we blaming everybody else too?
We can only go for what the people know.
What we saw what Giselle did.
Mm-hmm.
Robin felt like it was wrong. A Skylar felt like it was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Mia was on the one who we saw the conversation happen with, but they all were questioning Chris's role as her manager.
And it's your right
to said question. A week before, we didn't give Giselle this much energy.
It's your right to question over there.
But
I sit over here all the time. I wonder what they're doing.
Even Giselle admitted that she did. So on that episode, she admitted it. She did.
That she was.
It wasn't just Mia.
That she asked?
Yeah, she was. Mia was on the person who asked about it. It was Mia. It was more than just Mia.
Mia, and she said that Miss Genevieve said that Robin also had a conversation with Dorothy. So we're saying that Robin and Mia had the conversation.
She said it's a valid question.
So we're saying that Robin and
Robin and Giselle and
Giselle. Okay, I thought Giselle didn't really leave her car.
No, they were all.
So those three all talked to Mother Dorothy.
When she said it to her, she said, "Well, is he getting paid?"
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just Mia. Mia got the heat.
Well, Mia don't know me, and she should have minded her business.
So then Giselle and Robin should have too.
They kind of know me. They kind of know me, but Mia, you don't know me. To ask my mother for a piece of gum was too much for me. With your big old feet.
So what it sounds like is you just want to blame Mia. So okay.
Well, no, I'm just going with what the storyline showed us, and the
storyline showed us that
Wendy told Candace that Mia said something. So, and I'm only
Wendy
going off
did,
of the
but we
conversation.
also watched on the show that
We're not talking about that right now.
Giselle and Robin said that it was a valid question, and then Giselle asked the mother, "Is he getting paid?"
Those are all facts, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about what they talked about in the scene where Wendy told Candace that Mia said something, and Mia said
So we're talking about was it appropriate?
I thought that Wendy was right in telling Candace, girl, you know they talk about you over there. And
So was it wrong for her to ask the question? Because I mean, Giselle and Robin also did as well.
Yes,
So
and it was wrong for them too. They're wrong too. Oh wait, did you think I was absolving them as well? All y'all hoes mind y'all business.
We're talking about Mia, but Mia was on the person who asked the question.
Okay, everybody's wrong. That help you?
That's all I want to know.
All the hoes who asked Mother Dorothy a question could
go
to jail.
So then go off on them too.
Okay, so all the
including Giselle,
all the light skinned girls, y'all was wrong.
No, I want you to go off like you went off on Mia though.
I haven't gone off, or you keep interrupting me. I haven't done anything yet.
Oh, well, let me mute myself. Go ahead, go.
Right. Okay. Well, I could put you backstage. It'll be very easy. So basically, what the conversation went to was that Giselle was telling Wendy that she was wrong for telling Candace that Mia went to her mother to talk to her. And Mia said, you were ruining her day. She's an artist. She should be working on the music video. You're raising high stress for her. That was inappropriate for you to do. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. When people try to make it seem like you did something that when they're in the wrong, I don't like that. Your wrong out trumps my wrong because your wrong is not dealing with this part, but my wrong is dealing with this. No, I was trying to be a friend and let her know, like, look, these people were talking about you, and I didn't like that. And I want my friend to say, look, if they heard eavesdropped, I don't even need, they was talking about you over there. Well, what they say? Did you hear? If you don't know, then it's cool, whatever. Oh, and they said, what? Okay, cool, Pete. But for it to be going on, all this fodder to be going on, and everybody's talking around me, but no one's talking to me or letting me know that there's a conversation about me, I think that that's wrong. And I don't care if Giselle, Robin, Mia, Ray came and asked. I don't care who I don't care who came and asked. If everybody's talking around me and no one's talking to me, it's wrong. And I thank God that Wendy came over and was like, look, girl, these people, you watch your mom. Every time she go talk to somebody, she even went to the person who's over food and catering. She went to every person and she's telling them your business. I just want to let you know that they talking about you. And thank you for letting me know, because after this photo shoot is done, so will they. So will they. But we need their cars. So I'm gonna act like I don't know. So we're moving on from there.
It was a photo shoot.
We didn't need the cars.
You just said it was a photo shoot.
Music video, photo shoot. We took stills.
I was like, are we talking about the same thing? I didn't know.
I'm not defending Candace right now. Somebody said Busy be twisting this up. Well, this is not even a defend Candace right now. This is a defend Wendy.
I think that you went off on this whole rant while I sat backstage while you went on this whole rant.
The rant was, I feel like don't talk around me, talk to me.
Mia took the grunt of the bash.
The brunt, she did.
Because it was show, but we also watched Giselle even ask the mother, is he getting paid? No one's going off.
And they all should have minded their business. I don't know how many times you want me to say that. They all should have minded their business. That lady with her raggedy house and her ex-husband who doesn't want her. You want me to do stuff like that?
I was just trying to make sure that everybody got the same energy that you gave.
They all should have minded their business.
Okay.
So after that, Candace arrives.
Even Miss Dorothy.
Even Miss Dorothy what?
Should have got the same thing.
No. She could do whatever she wants.
Okay.
So Candace arrives. She's coming down the Yellow Brick Road. She's off to see the wizard. One of her shoes didn't have a bow on it. Did she know?
It did not have a bow on it.
So then she gets there. They're arguing about Candace.
I think Giselle had it.
What did I miss? And Miss, we're talking about you. And they said that they thought that Wendy was shady. And Candace said, no, I thought she was being a friend. She heard that people were talking about me. And I think that a friend actually does that. And to address you, pumpkin face.
Who's pumpkin face?
Mia.
Yeah.
You were all in my business and you don't know me. Okay. And her thing was, well, I came to this music video and no one was there. Nothing was professional. So you in my business because there was a lack of professionalism at the shoot.
Was she the
Make
only
it make
person? Was she
sense.
the only person who said that?
I don't know how we're going to get through this conversation if you want us to not view what we saw on the TV show, but
What we
continuously
saw on the TV
drag
show was
Giselle and
Mia
Karen.
was not the person.
Giselle and Robin.
Mia was not the person who said that.
But
Giselle also
we
said as
can't
well.
argue
Giselle
that
was in her car,
Candace's issue was with Mia at this point.
but she's taking it all out on Mia. But Mia was not the person who said that. Giselle was about to get back into her car because the same treatment that Mia got, Giselle didn't get it either. So it wasn't just Mia.
So do you want us to review the show or do you want us to just talk about how
this happened on the show?
No, I'm asking because right now we're talking about Candace addressing Mia and how she was in her business and she should have minded her business. But you're saying, well, Giselle also was doing it. So do you want us to review the show or just talk about
I didn't know we were
Giselle...
just reviewing it from Candace's eyes. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're viewing it from the viewership eyes.
The viewership shows that not only Mia said it, but Giselle said it too. So are we just doing Candace's view or are we doing the full view of the show?
Okay, when we watched this scene when Candace got to the parking lot, the driveway, okay, what did Candace do?
She was trying to figure out how to get down the driveway.
And then she sat down, and then after she said Wendy was nice for telling me, what did she do next?
She started going off on Mia.
Okay, can we talk about that?
I thought we were just okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought we were like viewers watching the show, not Candace, but go ahead. Okay. I didn't know we were like being Candace right now.
We're reviewing the show. So Candace starts to talk to me and tell her that you should definitely not be going around and you were asking about my breasts. You were saying how much money everybody made. You were in my business. And Mia said, well, I came to support you at your low budget photo shoot. And no one was there to greet me or anything else. You didn't have to be there. You could have stayed where you were. Well, I'm just saying, I came there. There was no one to greet me. There was no videographer, no producer. There was no one there. It was low budget. Candace said, your mama's low budget. And from there, Giselle, she says, in her confessional, her talking head, wrong road. But it actually is the right road.
That was okay.
Yes. Okay. What did she do wrong? What was wrong about it?
Her mother is. I don't thought that was right. But go ahead.
Candace would have to know that.
We're talking about from Candace's view, so go ahead.
Yeah, Candace would have to know that. See, God doesn't judge you for the things that you don't know. Yeah. For the sins that you committed that you didn't know that you was committing, and God don't judge you for that. Right. Her mother is low, but it just, it was a double homicide. It just so happens it was a double homicide. I think that was from everyone. Everybody doesn't know that her mother was in jail, used to be on drugs, almost committed suicide, had a baby, took it away from her. Everybody doesn't know that. Only Robin and Giselle. I decided, well, if she would talk to me instead of going around talking to my mother,
was it okay for Ashley to say, well, this is your mother's house a few seasons ago?
That was a read too.
But was that okay?
I mean, it was the fact.
Oh, okay.
This is your mother's house. Don't mess up your mother Dorothy's table. But
she was messing it up.
Your mother's low budget. So they went from there. So you thought it was hitting below the belt because you have behind the scenes knowledge?
It was definitely below the belt for her to say that. But I don't think that even if Candace did know what Giselle knew, she still would have said it. So
are you sure? Because we haven't talked about Ashley's mother once.
Well, she's talked about Ashley's mother before.
What did she say?
She's talked about Ashley's mother's wig and her wearing it.
Yeah, okay, and that is
which I mean, she may have wore it. She said something about Ashley's mother, but I mean, I didn't know.
We really haven't given Mother Dorothy. We really haven't given Mother Dorothy like the business. Like, to be honest, Candace has not said any, because it was that one time she said, "Oh, you want to talk about mothers? If you want to talk about mothers, Ashley, we could go there."
Fueled the entire scene. So
who did?
Candace's mother. She fueled that scene.
And Mia
was just like people keep on saying they rather have her on the show than Candace.
That's their opinion. All y'all gonna get is her bringing her mother in and her making her mother re-traumatize herself over ice cream.
And
But
they be hating when
I digress.
they hate when Dr. Heavenly say your mama.
Who does?
The people on the streets of the internet, they hate when she say your mama to Mariah. So then why is it okay for Candace to say it?
This is a whole different show, whole different segment of people.
That's why I
I
took
say,
it there and I can brought it back to this one.
I say your mama. I didn't think that she was. You calling my stuff low budget? Your mother's low budget. It was a cheap jab. I don't know your mom. It was an easy comeback, easy read, no play, no foul.
What did she would have said about Candace's mom? I mean, her mother was the one fueling the entire Chris thing. I mean, she's been fueling it for seasons.
She was. I mean, okay, then my mother could have bought you though too. So after that, they are. What happens after this? They talk about. So Giselle says, "Look, don't because of her what's going on with her mother. Just talk about her big feet, her big hands, her crater face, and that's it." They continue to argue, and here goes Ashley. Well, you said it at the so I don't understand why this can't. Were you there?
Wait, what did she say? What did she say?
You were at this. What did Ashley say? You talked about it in the group, so you should not be so upset about it. Were you there? Because I could have sworn that you were you there? No. Okay. So what are you talking about? What are you talking to me about? What for the nerve of Ashley, and this is what my problem is with her. She has this thing against. She just wants to go against Candace so bad. She came out the bathroom, didn't see one fight, but was able to write a whole statement. Now she's like, "Well, you said it at the group."
What was she talking about though? I forgot what she was talking about.
Who something she wasn't at, just like she said herself.
No, what was Ashley talking about though? About her mother, right?
Who knows?
No, she was talking about her mother. Dang, I forgot. It was about her mother funding stuff.
Candace, Ashley, were you there? And Ashley said,
but Ashley she did make a valid point. I can't remember what she was talking about though.
The point is null and void because you were not in attendance.
No, but what Ashley was talking about was something that Candace had already talked about. I think it was about
were you there?
Her paying for stuff or something.
So then your forehead, your breast milk, and please sit over there. Sit over there. Were you there? And for even Ashley say no. So then
it wasn't about her being there.
It don't need to say anything.
It wasn't about her being there, but the conversation that Ashley had been a part of before this situation happened. And it was something that she is talking about.
You were lactating and having a baby. You missed it. You don't know what's going on here, sweetie. You have no idea what's going on here. You need to sit over there on that edge of the couch and eat your food. Okay, you were not there. You were not there. Always trying to burn her. When you were talking about it, you were not there. Go to the bathroom if you can find it. Have a placenta pill and sit over there with a scholar. You were not there. Help Karen out. She falling over. Help her up. She get my nerves. So then after that,
when they bring it up in that conversation, I know it was something that she was there for.
She wasn't there for when we were talking about it. You weren't there, beloved. So shut up.
No, she was there for the conversation that she was asking about. For Ashley, she was there because she was pointing out that Candace had done the exact same thing about something where she wasn't present, but now she wants to act different.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, and beloved, what I would have said to Ashley is that you were having a baby during this, or this was before the baby came out. You're late. We're now on when they came to my video shoot that you weren't a part of. Now we're on that part of the conversation. So yes, maybe I would have said something during that time at that thing, and now we're talking about this thing at this video shoot. And you were not invited to. You were sitting around with your uncle up talking about how great your husband is, but he is nowhere to be found in that kitchen with his wife, your brother, and your mama in that wig. You were not there. At what me and me are arguing about, girl, you were not present.
But that's not what Ashley was bringing up, though.
What we don't want to hear is anything out of your mouth.
Whose?
Ashley's. your daughter Ashley. It's your daughter Ashley. We don't need to. Thank you. Sit over there. Have a seat. Is Karen okay? Check on Karen. Make sure Karen's okay. How's coffee and tea? How's that song doing that
Well,
you
go
and your
ahead.
brother wrote for your
Go ahead,
husband?
man. I wish I could remember what it was.
How's that song that you and your brother wrote for talking about the affection that you have for your husband? How's that? How's that doing? So after that, you have Robin saying, look, I don't think that it's a problem if someone is on anyone else's payroll. You know, I messed up Ron's books and got us broke. So, you know, I don't
Wands or
see that
wands?
So I don't see it as the issue. And Candace said, I don't think that it will be an issue if that were happening, but it is not. I am not paying. He's not on my payroll, and I'm not paying his bills. He's not paying my. We're not doing none of that's happening, and no one needs to worry about who's getting paid to be a manager. This is my husband, my partner for life. So after that, Candace says that look, the only thing she says she doesn't have a problem except she doesn't have an issue except the people butting their noses into her business. Candace was she was defending Mia, that hoe over there who used to strip, before to all of these other girls when the season first started. She's like, no, I like her, give her a chance. You know, she's lots of fun. And now you're going around and
But Mia was actually
helping
defending
bring the
her
gossip.
though. That's the thing. This is the part I feel like that you're missing because Mia
I'm missing something.
You are missing something because every conversation that Mia's had prior to this episode was when her and G business started to get together. She was just saying it didn't work out well for them. So she wasn't attacking her. She was just saying that it don't work out well this way.
And that's cool.
She's been saying it for the last 3 episodes.
She said that to Candace?
No, she said to Candace.
So then how was Candace supposed to know that she feels this way?
Maybe she wasn't supposed to know that, but the thing is this.
So then why should she not have an issue?
As viewers of the show, we knew that.
Yeah, but I can't go off of what I know background. I can only go off of what I'm knowing. It's like how we know that Phaedra is the one.
She has a conversation with her husband. She had a conversation with Karen. She talked about by herself. She keeps on saying with everyone but Candace. She keeps on saying that when her and G when she started to cover his business,
I heard her.
It didn't work well for her. So you know that she didn't come from a bad place.
Yeah, but how does Candace know that?
We're not talking about Candace. We're talking about viewers of the show.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the dispute, and the dispute is Candace is upset because you should not be in my business.
Well, Miss Dorothy, but Miss Dorothy was the problem, not Mia.
Miss Dorothy's her own thing. You could have just let her.
Mia was not the problem. Miss Dorothy was the one causing the problems. Miss Dorothy was doing it with Candace, Giselle, Karen, Mia. Everybody who would listen to it, Miss Dorothy was doing it. So Mia was definitely not the problem. It was definitely Miss Dorothy. We all watched it.
I did. I saw it.
So I don't know why Mia is like the scapegoat of, oh, well, is Chris getting paid? We know that they do. They film for hours. They cut it down. So it makes sense that Mia asked this. At some point, the production cut it, the conversation to Mia is saying, hey, is he getting paid? She's been saying for weeks that it didn't work out for her and her husband. So then why we just assume that all of a sudden she's against Candace and Chris?
Who's assuming that?
You?
I didn't assume that. You
just said that she said this, but I feel like it was a production thing because Mia has been saying for weeks.
I didn't say she's against.
I want to talk to Candace because this didn't work out for us. She's had a whole conversation with her husband about it.
Yeah, that's cute. You can have whatever conversation you want to have with everybody else. I cannot fault Candace, and I have to look at it as I'm viewing it. You have not talked to me. So you're going around and you're telling moment versus her external
conversation.
Look,
because Mia's been saying for weeks, like, you know, it don't work well this way.
Yeah, but
it was never an attack towards Candace, though.
Candace doesn't know that.
Okay, but we do as viewers.
Yes, we do.
So then why would you even think that what she said automatically, like, oh, well, she came against her? Like,
I don't think that what she said was going against her. I feel like what she should have done is not engaged until she talked with. She could have listened to her mother and then finally talked to
Her
Candace.
mother was going to everyone that was out there
and let her
talking
talk.
about Chris.
And let her talk.
They did, but again, there's production. So when we see her talk to Robin and Giselle and Wendy and Mia, there were a lot of different things going on. What we do know prior to Miss Dorothy getting there was Mia has been always saying that this don't work out well.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think that Mia was being vicious when production cut her part to, oh, is he getting paid? Because she's been saying before this, listen, I want to talk to her because it don't work well this way. She's been on Candace's side.
Yeah, and I'm not sure of what her intent was during the time. I've heard her talk to her husband. I've heard her talk to Karen.
Right.
I cannot give leeway for someone who tells everybody but the person that's supposed to be
Miss
hearing the
Dorothy
message.
was never positive about the Candace and Chris situation ever. She was never with that.
Okay,
so
that's
what we do
business.
what we do know is this: Miss Dorothy was never like, this is a good idea.
Okay.
What Mia was saying was, well, it really don't work out well this way. I want to talk to her.
She was
kept saying that.
She was fueling the fire.
Who?
Mia, if anything.
I didn't see Mia doing that. I kept seeing Mia talk to everybody saying
all
this.
Dorothy needs is an example to go off of. And Mia gave her that example.
Uh-huh.
All she had to do was say, no, I understand, but we're here to celebrate her. Like, this is her time. Or just walk away.
I think production cut it.
You didn't have to. Mia did not have to engage.
I think production cut it for the way for Mia to look like she wasn't there for that.
Mia did not have to engage.
Well, Giselle engaged, Robin engaged,
they didn't have
Karen
to
engaged, they all engaged in it. But I think
Karen said, excuse me, lady, nope, let's not do this.
That's what
Karen let her know.
That's what production showed us.
Even on the after show, there's the Bravo after show. Karen said she tried to come to me, and I told her, no, I'm not. I'm not going to be doing that. You're a mother. I can see you being protective, but this is me and Candace just became friends again. I don't think that this is cool for you to be talking to me about this.
Yeah, I agree. I just thought that production may have cut it a different type of way for Mia because they want to create an atmosphere for her. We know she wants to salad her at one episode coming up. So I feel like this is what's going on. But
Mia should have minded her business.
What we have seen from Mia has been very consistent about Candace and Chris is that she just wants to talk to Candace about this don't work that well.
And she has still yet to.
Okay.
Still has yet to. And even when now the conversation comes about and she's saying, you had a conversation with my mother about my business. She didn't say to her, yes, I was concerned because me and G, she didn't bring that up. No, she said your low budget music video, it was unprofessional, was not productive. I can't see how anyone could consider her feeling like, oh, she's doing all of this.
But Giselle said
Giselle
said the same thing.
She's ready to give this love, and she wants to
Giselle
talk to Candace and tell her this. But Giselle has also talked to Candace about it.
No, not at that video shoot. Giselle was like, well, I'm about to get back in my car. Like she was the same way Mia felt, Giselle felt the same way.
I'm just saying that wouldn't that have been the perfect time if Candace was like, why were you asking my mother these questions or why were you talking about this stuff? For me to say, I'm concerned.
We don't know what she said.
I had the same experience.
We don't know what she said because, again, production has to cut the show down. So maybe the production show was different. I don't feel like Mia was always like,
she said your video's low budget.
If she's been saying this stuff for the other episodes,
why didn't she
all
say
of a sudden she's always like, now she's like, well, is he the manager? Is he getting paid? She's been saying for 2 episodes already, this didn't work out for me and G.
Forget the conversation there. Now you're face to face with a girl who you've been wanting to give this information to, and she's saying, why were you talking to my mother about this?
But production also edits the videos.
So you think she did tell her that she was worried about her?
I think that she probably did because she was, what they showed before this was that she was concerned about how it works out with husband and wife working together. She's been saying it.
What Mia said was, I came to help with your low budget raggedy video unprofessional.
Now
Candace asked,
it might
why
have
were
been
you
that to her. It
talking
might have
to
been
my
that.
mother? Why were you in my business? Mia didn't say, no, I
Wasn't
was
Candace
concerned.
yeah, Candace was shading her.
Because
But she shaded her
you're
back.
talking about me and I don't know why.
Because that's what her mother told. That's what she heard. But Mia hasn't really been mean to her since before this.
Yeah, well, she chose today to do so.
I feel like when Candace started coming towards her again, this production going on, we only could see an hour of all their filming.
We're gonna stop blaming production.
Okay. So Mia felt that it was low production.
Mm-hmm.
Mia felt like Chris getting paid. I'll go with it. I'll ride with it.
That's what we saw.
Mia was wrong. Mia was wrong.
She said, why were you trying to get into my business? And Mia said, your video was low budget. It was low production, and no one was there to assist me.
Right.
That would have been a perfect time for her to do all the stuff that you've been saying. Right. That would have been a perfect time for her to say, look, I've talked to my husband about this. I've gone through this before. I understand how that would have been the perfect time. No, she said, your video is low budget. And you're trash, and everything else was trash. And you're lucky I was there because I didn't have to be there. It was unprofessional, and no one was there to assist us. Okay. So after that, hold on, sorry. So then after that, we go to that fight's over. It starts to get yang. So then we get to another question. This question is reasonable or shady when you're drunk is it reasonable or shady to call your friend when you're drunk and tell them that you don't like them?
It's not reasonable.
It's annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. That's what it is. It's not reasonable. It's not shady. It's annoying. Why are you on my phone? Put the fireball down. Okay, and go to sleep, Karen. But we've been knowing about drunk Karen since season 1. She's been doing this and having these phone calls since season 1. Well, no, they talked about it. Even Giselle, when they her and Karen made up, I think it was season 1 reunion or season 2. I miss your drunk phone calls. I miss those. Like, let's do this again. So this is a thing that she does, and I guess she got drunk that day and said, "Look, girl, I like wine better than you." And Robin was like, why are you calling me, Karen? It's 4:00 in the morning. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I guess she probably hung up. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine drunk Karen looking for T'Challa? Because she said she went outside to look for him. T'Challa.
Was she drunk Karen when she was looking for T'Challa?
Who knows? If you're outside looking for a bird, you are. Okay. And it left blocks away. You think that it came into your yard? So that was a true story. It was happening. And then here's the next one. Robin has to say it. Is it reasonable or shady to be concerned about your friend's dramatic changes to your friend's appearance after cheating rumors about their husbands emerges?
What do you think?
I felt like it was very tailored. You know, I've never been through this was very specific. I don't know if I have had that experience yet.
It was very shady.
It was very tailored. I felt like the question was shady, but I feel like it's reasonable to talk to your friends about their change in attitude and appearance. You said what?
If you actually care.
If you care, I think it's important to say, hey, this is not you. You don't even like goth stuff. You've never worn black. I know he's cute, but like, you got to take this stuff off.
The question was very shady.
The question was shady, but I think it's reasonable to ask your friends.
If you're really friends.
If you're really friends, hey, did you get butt implants for this? You got butt implants because
I feel like as a friend, I would probably just tell my friend that I'm getting butt implants.
You got butt implants because of All About the Tea? You got breasts because of that blog? You got breath. Did you get lip injections because of what they said about you down to the YouTube? That's what you would say. Like, that's how you should ask the question. Did you get a tummy tuck because of what was going on straight from
I was reading the comments. I think that the question was very shady.
The question was shady.
I think it was very shady.
But you think it's reasonable to do it?
I don't think it's reasonable to do it unless it's my friend that I don't ask on a public forum.
Well, if we're on a TV show, it's time to
Well,
do it.
that's a different type of thing. But I'm just saying, as a friend, if I was like busy, did you put that yellow shirt on purpose? I would ask you behind the, if I didn't like it, I'd be like, behind the scenes, did you wear this on purpose? I would never say, while we're live, like busy, did you put that shirt on purpose? If it didn't look good on you.
If it did, I mean, and so what? I won't wear it next time. It's on me now.
But I would ask you behind the scenes, not in front of everybody.
And that's kind. But look, did you get butt implants because your husband was cheating on you? Says the people on the internet.
Who, me?
That's what they should have said to her. And Candace says she's not doing this question. It's too much. We're going down the same rabbit hole again. Giselle said it's reasonable. And Wendy said it is reasonable if we also then will say that it's true that's because that same blog said that you had an STD. You had a burning box down there at Hampton University. You had a burning box down there at Hampton University. That's what. So if my thing is true, then so is yours. You want to talk about those rumors, sis?
Wendy was on point. I mean, she was firing back very well.
I wish you would have said that during the trip down there in
Virginia. What?
I wish you would have said that down there in Virginia.
I think that during this reasonably shady thing that was going on, I think that she handled herself very well.
Yeah, she says she's tired of y'all talking about her marriage. She's done with it. Everybody starts yelling, going back and forth, and then Candace starts singing. Karen is still going into another. She's having a bad trip still. Nobody's helping her out. She needs some milk. Nobody's getting the lady some milk. She's still trying to figure out if her candles are real, if they're fake. Are these prototypes? Is this the product? She's not sure. She doesn't know how to get up. She doesn't know which way is there, which one is up, which was that. It's getting hard for her, so she has to go right. The vertical is getting to her, so she's getting up. They said, "Look, it's time for us to go." Wendy saying that, "Look, no one can. If anybody cared, they would have said something to her, just like we said about what Mia should have said to Candace. Wendy, y'all all know my number. If it was truly out of genuine concern, then you wouldn't have.
Robin did though.
You would have come to. No, Robin just said.
No, Wendy said on the interview that Robin actually called her before Giselle brought it up on that show. So Robin actually did because they were trying to get the channel taken down. Who brought the rumors up?
So then
well, it actually really happened. It really did happen. So that's why Wendy was really confused as to why Giselle brought it to Ashley to bring it up on the show. Because they weren't just talking about her, they were talking about all of them.
Okay.
So if that's the truth, then Wendy's right.
Okay, then right. And then we get to them deciding that, look, we're just done with this. A scholar tries to jump in, and then Mia attacks a scholar. She's so catty. I mean, I know you like her. You think that the girls, she definitely is for the people. But she's like, who is this? Oh, she's the mediator. What is this? Why is she? And the scholar's like, girl, let's be clear. This is not what you want, sweetie. Don't come over here with that mess. I'm sitting here trying to just give a little bit of zen to the conversation. I mean, I'm just saying you're always butting your nose into, girl, you need to stay out of people's business, says you. Okay. A scholar's just like, girl, I'm just sitting here trying to mediate. That's the only thing I'm sitting here trying to do. Right. Are you jealous? Are you mad? Are you upset? Are you frustrated, girl? Just like it is projecting. You're projecting, girl. So then Karen's like, look, I'm vaccinated and I don't have time for this mess. I need to go home. I thought this was going to be a peaceful thing. I got the first shot. I didn't get the second shot yet. It's getting trippy. Somebody walked me up to the driveway. Candace calls Mia insecure, which I think I agree. I mean, look at the material. Karen blurts out that she I just want to say, are you inviting everybody to the girls trip? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that right now. I meant to keeping it together. I just wanted to put that out there, but I'm just saying. What edible did Karen take? Because that cannot
You
be
have
just a
the
Pfizer
vaccine.
Moderna.
You have the vaccine.
That ain't no Moderna. Or and if so, I want that one. Somebody tell me where she went to go get her. She went down to Walgreens because that's at the corner of Happy and Healthy. Okay, so she went down to Walgreens because I just want to know if you're going to be able to put everybody on the trip. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but I'm sorry, Wendy. I just wanted to know. Can you tell us?
But Wendy have a problem with it.
Okay, yeah. Well, we are going to try to take a trip. Maybe we can go to Eastern Shore. Oh, Virginia. No, sweetie. No, sweetie. Ashley, oh my God. No, Swiss. No, we're gonna stay in this state, and it's gonna be here. Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna say all of the husbands can come. Hopefully, Ray can come. We would love for Ray to come. We would love for Chris to come. We would love for G to come. Everybody's gonna be there. Okay.
Even the luggage.
And that's that on that. And Robin faced, that's what any chance she gets to. I'm sorry, girl. You shouldn't have done this to her. You'll be able to bring your husband, but he's not coming anyway. You just have to count Juan out, like just off GP.
He's not a husband.
Not anything. So then after that, they leave and they say, "Look, I want to go see the house. I've never been inside." So Giselle says, "Look, I'll take Escala and Candace into the house." Now they had to go over the river and through the woods, and Escala said, "I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing this."
She tried to walk, and she said,
"Now, why didn't Escala go into the house?"
She said that she couldn't walk in there. She said this is too dangerous. Escala said, "Call me when you get an entrance." So, because she didn't know where they were going when we were walking up to it, did y'all see that random stairwell?
Is my oil changed already? Oh,
said,
okay.
No,
let me go over here because I feel like I need to go home now that my oil is changed. Let me go home because I really
send photos.
But now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go to my car because the oil is changed in my car. Thank you, Giselle, for letting me get my oil changed back at the house.
You're welcome. And did you get a couple of wood and stuff like that? We got a couple of hammers and stuff left over if you need some of those. Make sure you get a cupcake. So then Wendy decides she's gonna leave. Her and Karen, they started walking up the hill. Then they realized, oh no, Candace has us all blocked in. So they said, okay, well, who's gonna be able to, move my car? I need my car moved. Grace? Yeah, okay. I can move.
Grace drive.
Which one's yours? No, Grace, don't mess with my car now. It's the one all the way. Okay, I trust you. Just no, I got it.
Big Grace messed up Candace's car.
I can do it. Okay. Can you guys tell me which one's Candace's car? What, you gonna move it? Yeah, Robin, can you just come with me, please? Just for support. Okay. Okay. So where do we put the key at? The car's on. Oh, it's on? Oh. Okay. Now back it up. Okay, ease it out. Okay. She scraped that whole thing. She need new rims. Okay. She scraped that whole thing up, and then she got in. All the cars leave. Candace sees the house. They're going under paper and stuff like that. Through plastic. This is nice. Okay, they're still walking through this construction zone. I see a couple of ogres and stuff. They walk past Quasimodo. Then there's oh, so how do we get back outside? Well, how do we get out of the ledges of the Hidden Temple? And then finally they said, look, it's time for us to go. Candace gets to her car. She's like, oh, she did a good job. Wait a second. Y'all owe me some new tires. I only came for an oil change, and I had my left brake light was out. Why my whole tire off? Child, Robin ghetto because she's like, what was that? Nothing, girl. Just keep turning. You good, girl. What was that? That tire could have popped. What was that? Nothing.
I'm like, no, flat tire. That's what happens when you drive a car. The tire gets flat sometimes.
That's all right. Just keep driving, girl. You're doing good. You're doing great. Okay. So Grace was able to move the car. She was excited about moving the car, and that was the episode. I guess the next episode we're really gonna see this explosion between Mia and Candace. It does not get any better.
I finally get a good episode.
What's gonna be the good episode?
Stuff that goes on with Potomac, because you get all the good episodes.
This is gonna be a good episode. Where's your pimp? over
Yes.
here drunk.
Pimp, are you Pimp? Can you go? Juan, where you at? Come here, because I want to know.
Child, while she's yelling for Pimp, he's over there like this. Spilling water, picking up water, spilling water. Now, G is going to be something. G took G before he went on this vacation. It's going to be interesting to
He's like, Eddie, you know you
watch.
got that big old thing? You do it with 2 hands?
I can't. This is going to be an embarrassment. Do
Oh,
all
yeah.
new cars start with a key? I don't know. Y'all think that Papa has? Well, I'm sure that it has a key in it.
I think all new cars do start without a key.
Somebody said kids today have backup cams and still can't. I don't like that camera.
But don't you have one in your car though?
I have a backup camera and I do not like it. I don't use it.
I think you backed up into like a wall when I was talking to you.
I have never. You could bet your bottom dollar on that. Candace throwing Ish first as always. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. She deserves it. She needs to eat. She needs some leafy greens. She looks a little constipated.
Didn't like
Mia's husband looks drunk next episode. Drunk, Miss T. Drunk. Dorothy didn't teach her to keep her hands to herself. I think she did. She's never put her hands on anyone.
She just throws knives.
What she does? She throws knives, salads, insults. Somebody said, leave Mr. G alone. I mean, is it us leaving him alone or him having to leave the ladies alone? Yeah, you're looking good, Karen. Yeah, you never look better. I'm actually nervous about them being around him. He gives me creeper vibes. I have a 2021, but still need a key to start.
Okay.
Ghetto. Bring it back.
Don't say that's ghetto.
Bring it back, J Love 97. And you tell them, who gave me this? So I just got this car from here and it has a key. Who do I talk to about this? Miss T, her husband was too comfortable and he just got around these ladies. Like literally just got around them. It's your first event. Chris did jump in the pool down to the
and didn't care.
Did not care. So what do y'all think about this episode? What was your favorite part? Put it in the comments. How do y'all feel about this Mia Candace?
So I did like the reasonably shady game.
It was funny.
We're talking about it. I did like the reasonably shady game. I thought that it was fun to play that. I thought we were going to do it later on, but I thought it was fun.
It was cute. I didn't like it. I did not like the.
Wait, J Love said, "Look, it was an upgrade from my first car. Don't we judge her because she got a key?"
No, first of all, I'm proud of you for whatever you got. I'm just saying, go back to the place and say, "Excuse me, somebody gave me this car has a key." And I want to know who I can speak to about this. And I just want to know what they're going to say. I want to know who I can speak to about this. My car has a key. Unacceptable. It was mad. Somebody said that the episode was mad. It was a 4. Out of what? I thought this was a good episode.
I thought it was a good episode too.
I just don't want to see Mia dragging her, running her mama down in this TV show.
I thought that Mama Dorothy made it interesting.
I mean, she ain't doing nothing in this episode.
She was the topic of conversation, though.
She was topic, but she ain't do nothing in this episode.
But
I didn't like the event in her driveway during the construction.
That's how you do. You talk about it one episode, and they talk about it the next episode. And she definitely was the topic of conversation.
Look, they have to do what you can do. We have to stay within budget and within reason. Where it's construction going on, but I still have to have I'm just going to cancel my event because it's construction going on. No.
Giselle should not have it. She should have just not had the event at her house. They could have done it at Robert's house.
And we all would have been like this. I did. Ascala bring her husband. Wait, is Ascala bringing her husband
to the trip? Yes, that's what was said on the show.
What does he look like?
They showed him on the episode.
He look good.
He's a good-looking guy.
Is he old?
Older than her.
Old as in
they
like
definitely
Ray?
showed her. They showed him this episode.
I want to see what he looks like.
He's a dark-skinned guy.
Tony said he does look good. Do y'all also believe that Ray was talking to a sex worker? That a sex worker is the one who texted him, or maybe one of his sugar babies? Hey, handsome. Child, they found out that he done paid those taxes off. He doesn't owe the IRS anymore.
I do not think
And
that Ray was talking to a sex worker at all.
please, the way he be like, okay, see you later, Karen. When she be going on her trips. See you later. Okay, bye. He closed the door on her
He
so
was
fast,
not
getting
talking
ready
to
for
a
her to
sex
get out.
worker.
Who was he talking? Y'all put in the comments. Was Ray talking to
I
his
get
daughter?
random inboxes in my inbox, so I can
Was Ray
imagine what they
talking to
get.
his daughter? To a sex worker?
Lynn and hers.
Or was Ray
Sure.
talking? Is there just some random person who has Ray's telephone number sending pictures and saying, hey, handsome?
I get those messages in my inbox, so I'm sure Ray gets them.
I don't. I can't imagine trying to pretend a bunch of people are my friends and at the same time they are digging me out constantly. Yikes. I'd have a steak knife in my pocket too. You would never be able to be on the television show. You're a hazard here. But yeah, you know what? I like the dynamic of girls. It used to be better when Karen and Giselle were trying to bring the girls up. Now it's just your side, your side.
Yeah. I don't
Ray
like
got a sugar. Ray does got a sugar baby. That's how he keeping it. When she said, "Do you love me?" Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, I know who I do love.
They fixed that.
That's what they say. That's why in next season, we're now at the next season, and he's getting text messages.
I don't think Ray's cheating on Karen.
I don't think he's cheating on her. I think they have an arrangement.
So if he's cheating, then he doesn't have the sugar baby then.
You can have a sugar baby and have an arrangement.
And not if you're cheating though, so that doesn't.
No, you're not. If it's an arrangement.
No, I don't think that's true. Go ahead. Who
Karen
gets
ain't
kicked
dropping
out of a driveway? Priceless.
Who got kicked out? Oh yeah, Wendy did get kicked out. That is sad. That really
She still
is
stayed
sad.
though. She still stayed though.
I mean, because I refuse to be kicked out of a driveway.
I mean,
And then also I can't move. I tried to go, but
was it a driveway or was it a construction zone?
Candace's car was blocking me here, so I'm gonna sit here until she's done.
I'm gonna think there was a construction zone that I had to leave because I was.
She couldn't leave because she was blocked in. That was just it. She
At
couldn't
a
leave
construction
because
zone, not in a
Candace blocked her
driveway.
in.
Not in a driveway.
You were kicked out. TikTok. Okay, you could.
How do you
Wasn't
get
she the
kicked out of
same
a
one kicking
construction
people
zone?
out of the spa? Girl, you
I
can
think
leave
he's
this
out of
place
better
too.
places.
Wendy has.
I'm sure she has. We've all been kicked out of better places than the construction zone.
Go. Okay, so tell the people where they can find. Are you doing your after show?
Oh no, I'm not doing today.
What?
Well, you
We've
don't
been
want
on
to
here
go.
for 2 hours.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go.
Don't.
What's not gonna do anymore?
Oh, I just want them to be nicer to me. Every time I log in, I try to randomly pop in, and I hear somebody saying, "And that busy, I don't know what he's." It's like, girl,
People don't always agree with what I say either, but I still
You said
go
what?
to it. They don't always agree with what I say. I mean, I saw people not agree with me today.
Oh yeah, that was few people.
That always happens all the time, though. I'll still go and do it.
Oh no, your tribe. It's a tribe for real, for real. They say you get the bow and arrows. And here we go.
I mean, I'm not gonna do the after show anymore.
Oh, you should. I think your people like to see the after show. So y'all, we're gonna go over to So Debonair's channel right after this.
I'm not doing it live tonight, guys.
Get your cocktails ready. He's going to make sure that he's gonna drop the call in late.
I'm going to bed.
You going to bed?
I am.
It's 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock.
I'm about to go to bed.
This early for you.
I'm going to bed.
Okay. You going to your boyfriend's house? Tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on BusyBlu's channel on every other Monday. You can also find me on my channel at So Debonair. Right here, there's no spaces. It's So Debonair with no O. Also, you can log on to SoDebonair.com, and that's it.
What's on SoDebonair.com?
You can get, you can't actually get this right now, but you can get your Mama Prue shirts. We have our merchandise, and there's other shirts I have on there, but I'm working on getting these shirts on my website now.
Okay, seems interesting. So you guys, one of the mods, can you put his information in the chat? Y'all make sure y'all go follow him. He'll be on tonight for the after show. It's gonna be very exciting.
You have me in your description.
I can't wait. Yes.
Or
all his information is in the description box. If you want to know more about me and everything else I have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter and on Twitch and on I think those are everything. YouTube, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Facebook, the BusyBlu, where you get nothing special. Don't go over there. You can see me tomorrow on Sip and Key with me and Jolene. There's a lot to talk about, y'all. I've seen people's peens today. It's too much going on. We can talk about it. Somebody's. So it's a lot going on. Make sure you be there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there, okay? Because we always be late, you know. We about to get ready for the after show. We about to go get busy, and y'all stay busy.
After show
On your channel. Till next time.